All right. I just got done showing people how to delete a project, so now we're going to make one. So go to Games and Third Person and Test. So what I'm going to be showing here is how to fix some issues people are having with the AI controlling their characters and having them do things. So let's get this up and running. Blank slate. All right, here we are. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to maximize this page. Shift F11. I'm going to create the character itself. I'm just going to create it here. Blueprint class. I'm going to do it of type character. I'm just going to call BP underscore enemy. Double click on it. Get a SKM Manny. And I'm even gonna, set it up as AVP Manny. All right. So let's drop you down a bit. Rotate you a bit. Sure, fine. Just gonna slide across the ground anyway, because this isn't about that. All right, so we have our little character here. So let me just make a simple event graph to have it chase us. So let's just do this. Drag off here. I'm gonna cast to. I try to limit as much casting as I can normally by using blueprint interfaces, but here I don't really care because this video is not about that. All right, let's get an AI move to. Kind of rushing through this. Get reference to self. Okay, and this is gonna be the target actor. All right. So all that logic makes sense. So what should happen is the enemy should move to the player. So let me place an enemy out here. I don't even need to rotate it. Let me hit play. Okay. And nothing happens, right? The enemy's not sliding over to me or doing anything. First thing first, I know this is super beginner, but like nobody tells you unless they tell you. So if you go to volume, you go to Nav Mesh bounds volume. Everything requiring AI needs the Nav Mesh bounds volume. And it essentially navigates them, helps them navigate through the world. So I'm going to reset this location. I'm going to scale this by an enormous amount because I don't really care. Let me lock this. All right, redo. Locking this makes all the numbers do the same thing. So if I hit 50 here, everything turns 50. And that encompasses everything. As you can see, it's all within the box. But in order to show that, all you have to do is press the P key, and everything green is where that enemy can navigate to. And I'll hit P again. All right. So there's that. So when I hit play, the enemy now slides over to me. Okay. So all that should be fine, right? So we're going to do something else. So I'm going to go into my third person character and find a little bit of space here. And I'm going to get a keyboard key. If you can get any of the keyboard keys, and then you just click on the keyboard and press E, and it changes the key for you. So when I press E, I'm going to spawn the BP underscore enemy. Sorry. I'm going to spawn an actor. Spawn an actor from class, and that's going to be the BP enemy. So I'm going to spawn it and transform. I don't really care about the whole transform. Just going to get the actor location. Sorry, I need an actual location. So let me promote this to a variable and compile here. And I get these numbers right here, which I'm just going to look here. I'm going to click on him. I'm going to right click here and copy. And what I'm doing is copying its location into here. So I just right click and click paste, and it gives the exact same numbers. So it's going to spawn at that enemy's exact point. So now that I've done that, it should do the exact same thing, right? Or you'd think you'd do the exact same thing. So when I press E, it should be moving right now, but it's not. And the reason for that is there's a specific thing on the BP enemy that has to do with AI. So if you hit AI in here, or you can scroll until you actually find it, but this is easier. Auto possess AI. And it's only auto possessing if it's placed in world. And you have the option to have it placed in world. You have the option of spawned, so it only does it if spawned. And then there's placed in world or spawned. So I'm going to click placed in world or spawned. And when I hit play and I press E, it's now coming after me again. And I'm only making this tutorial because I remember, you know, years of months ago or whatever, how far along ago, I couldn't figure out why my AI wasn't moving when I spawned it. And it was that simple, easy little drop-down menu that I didn't know about. And I spent a lot of time researching, and I finally found it. So there's that, and then what else we got? Another issue people have, oh, for items, like if I want it to go to an item, right? And just a heads up, I don't know why this doesn't work, but I know the fix for it. So if I were to create a blueprint class of type actor, so BP underscore object. So if I were to have it move to an object, and I add a cube. Simple enough, right? Like you'd think that you would follow the same logic. So I would go into my cube where it says, we'll say event begin play, and we're just going to get the actor of class. Get actor of class. It's going to be wait, why am I doing this in here? Sorry, my bad. I'm in object. I need to be an enemy. So we're in here. I'm going to delete this. So we're going to get the actor of class. I'm going to get the BP object that I just created. I did get actors of class. I just want one actor. Get actor of class. BP. I don't know how many times I've made that like error. It's just the default, so I always just press enter. It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna say get actor of class, but nope. Messed up every time. All right, so I'm gonna print string to show you that it's actually working but not working at the same time. So I'm gonna get the display name. It's gonna pop up on the screen. So watch this. I shouldn't have got rid of my AI move to. Pawn, it's going to be reference to self. And the target actor is going to be you. So whatever. All right, let's hit spawn this thing. So this thing is here. I'm gonna hit play, and then I'm gonna hit the E. It's gonna spawn, and it should go to the cube, but it's not. So what's the problem? So I had this same issue a long time ago, which is why I'm bringing it up now. Something's wrong with this cube, and I don't actually know what it is. And I could probably do more research into why, but simple Google searches will not tell you why this thing doesn't work. So the fix for this is literally just changing this to the SM cube. And now it works. I don't know what the difference between the two cubes are, but yeah, that one works for whatever reason. All right, this is post video. I just thought about something else I could add to this, and that is when your navigation changes, the default setting for if something's blocking the path and then gets removed is that they still won't cross that path. So to fix this, I'm just gonna put this box, just gonna show this, grab this here, grab this wall over here. If I hold Alt, I drag this wall, it moves the entire wall. I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna scale it down here. I'm gonna click here, and then I'm gonna Alt, drag this over here, and then I'm gonna create another object here, type actor, and I'm gonna call this blueprint underscore, I'm just gonna call it wall, BP underscore wall. And all this is gonna be is a cube, static mesh, and then I'm gonna add a cube. Not of this shape cube, because that jacks things up. So this SM cube. Still don't know why that happens. I tried to mess with it a little bit to see if I could figure out why it was doing what it was doing, but I still couldn't figure it out, so whatever. All right, so that's our BP wall. I'm just gonna go into third person, going to drag this wall in, and I'm gonna scale it a bit. So all I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to block the front of this to show that it can't get past this navigation here. So let's do that. I'll do that. So have that. So now we're gonna go into the third person character, and we're going to destroy that wall. So all I'm going to do is get a keyboard key, and I'm going to rename this X, not rename, I'm going to set the button to X. On pressed, I'm going to get actor of class, and BP wall. And I'm going to destroy that actor. All right, cool. So let's go back in here. I'm going to hit play, press E. It goes to the wall, but when I hit X, it doesn't keep moving towards the cube. And let's see if I hit F8. Can I hit P? There we go. You can see here that there's still a break here, even though I destroyed the wall. So it can't get past this area here. So to fix that, all I have to do is I go over to this little side panel here, and you got to look for something called the Recast Nav Mesh default. So click on that, and you have all these little options here, but the one you are looking for is to change it from runtime generation. It's static. So as soon as it runs, it'll stay the same no matter what happens in the world, right? So what we want to do is we want to change this to dynamic. So if I save this, hit play, hit E, it runs towards the wall, and then I hit X, it now moves towards the cube. So if you have obstacles in the way and those obstacles are removed, the AI will now move past those obstacles that were there. And that is it. So that's all I wanted to show. That's it. Bye.